I am so glad you are here. It is Magical Tuesday in my world, so let's talk about casting lots. This is a really old divinatory method, and I know I could talk about this on Divine Saturdays, but I thought we'd do this today because it's a good time of year to ask questions, especially if you are asking questions of ancestors. And an easy way to do that, if you're not going to do a seance and you're not expecting to see signs, or maybe it's a little hard for you to work with those energies, is by casting lots. There's lots of ways of doing it. And I found one that just works well here at the shop. And I have for you to see 3 types of stones. I have 3 citrines, which are sunshiny and positive and glowy and beautiful. I have 3 amethyst. So amethyst are, generally speaking, not just a positive stone, but also a stone of sobriety. So I'm going to use this stone today for think again, or a very gentle, maybe not. And I also have, this is a little harder to tell, ametrine. Ametrine is a stone that naturally has the chemistry that makes amethyst and the chemistry that makes citrine. So you will see bits and bobs of citrine in it as well as of the amethyst. And that's my maybe, right? So how am I going to do these? I can't just throw them because it would just be 9 stones. Instead, I'm going to grab a bag, and this is one of my favorites for this kind of work, whether you're doing runes or casting lots or any of these types of magic where you're going to need to grab a few. You're going to put them in the bag. You're going to think about your question. You're going to shake them up. You're going to reach in and you're going to grab 3 stones. Why 3? Because that's the way I did it. I did 3s. You got to think of your question, and then you're going to see what you get. What did I get? I got maybe. I got maybe for my question. If you're in a group, give it another shake, pass it to the next person, let them give it a shake, and draw out 3 stones. Now, you do want all the stones to be roughly the same size when you do this. Look at this, I got 1 of each. That's a teasing maybe, isn't it? That's the universe going, neener, neener, neener. We told you maybe. But it's a nice, convenient way of getting a yes-no question when you're not sure if your pendulum's doing the trick or you're a little leery about how pendulums work. We'll get into that on a Saturday, I promise. It's a great way of just getting that yes-no question answered that is simple, direct, and without doubt. You get what you get. So another way to do this would be to find, say, 9 stones that all, actually, I would do it with 6 stones that all look roughly the same. I would put a yes on one side with a permanent marker and a no on the other side with permanent marker. And then you could, even with just 3 stones, if you're willing to do yeses and nos, shake them up in your hands, throw them, just cast them to get your lot. It's called casting lots. What do you want? And if you get 3 yeses, it's a yes. If you get 3 nos, it's a no. If you get 2 yeses and 1 no, it's a probably. 2 nos, 1 yes, probably not. All nos, nope, not happening for you. I'm so sorry. So there's a variety of ways of doing this. You can do this with dots on a page, which gets us into geomancy and the figures of geomancy if we're going to get more complicated with it. There's all kinds of ways of generating a yes or a no, and most people like a series of them. I Ching, for example, is all based on yeses and nos, 1s and 2s. You get 3. So again, toss 3 coins, heads, tails, yeses, nos, and then you do it again for the second set of lines, and it's a 6-line figure. And then you look up the poetry that's been translated to English, in my case, and you discover what your meaning is. Those are all forms of casting lots. And this time of year is supposed to be a very good time of year to be asking those kinds of questions that you might need external guidance for, especially, again, if you're communicating with your ancestors, because this is when they're supposed to be able to reach out the best to let you know about things they think are important for you to know. Well, I hope this helps you have fun on Halloween and it helps you explore the world around you. On behalf of myself and the rest of the crew here at Magus Books and Herbs in Minneapolis and online at magusbooks.com, thank you for being your magical you. We love that about you. And of course, the little magical things you can do here, you know what they are. Hope to see you all soon online at our website or here at the shop in Minneapolis. In the meantime, we'll see you soon. Blessed be.